Yes, today we have some introduction about laser technologies from very famous German institute. I'm coming from unfamous institute and even from unknown country. Even when I signed for agreement that published my presentation, it was written from the wrong country. So, nevertheless, so we continue from the laser activities in IFOMS, and really we go to the real work. If we can speak about things of Internet of Things and everything, in some area you should go to real things. You can touch, you can connect physically. And in most cases, Ulrich yesterday showed good examples like mobile phones. At least 10 laser technologies used in every your phones to make it working. And after that, you can do everything, all the fancy things you can use in your everyday life, even that you don't know about this. So it's why lasers, as Ulrich yesterday said, you never see the laser in your life until it applied. So we have two projects. In IFOMS, Apollo, I'm coordinating. You will hear one presentation from our company, and we have also Russia. So two parallel projects working on assessment, equipment for laser-based manufacturing, with a little different approach how to do this and how to help small companies. They have good equipment and they need to enter into market and help to make some new technologies. So you saw those examples of from Russia. You will hear listen some presentation about this fancy pictures, I hope. There are more examples, and now we go what we do in Apollo and more in details. So it's what we get at the very beginning from our suppliers, SME companies producing new lasers, new beam guiding or beam controlling devices like polygon scanners. So advanced ultra-fast lasers, short pulses to make very precise machining, very fast, so a lot of pulses, megahertz repetition rate. So you need to control, and after that you need to have devices that can help you control beam in the space. There was some prototypes. They moved to some modification till we can adjust them to the real requirements of end users we have in our consortium. And all those equipment should be assembled somewhere to test the technology, because laser itself is also the beam coming through the sky. You should combine with some positioning system, sensors, and everything. So there are also some examples that it's laboratory tool. You saw this yesterday. It helps small company from Greece to make drum for imprint technology. There are some laboratory tools that helps also to do experiments to assess this equipment that come from our SMEs, and you see the example of the commercial system you can buy if this technology fits to your applications. And those examples, it's really what goes from our experiments. One activity is thin-film solar cells. You need scribes to make some interconnect in the solar cells. You need very precise and high-speed scribing processes. And what we achieved is combining these few equipments coming from different suppliers, SMEs. We achieved speed 50 meters per second, and industry now requires only 5 meters per second. So we came quite far beyond what is current requirement from the customers. And it's with thin-film solar cells, it's difficult to make some online measurement and control it. Everything has happened. So we worked on 3 generations on different characterization techniques, how we can control without disturbing on production line. Because if we install our laser in the production lines, all this production that was technology that was before, it should be destroyed, and you gone with everything. So we need also develop different techniques. Approaches we're going with, in this case, how to make molded interconnect devices. So polymers are everywhere. You can mold it in different shape, but you need metallic interconnect integrated on it. So we're working on materials without with cheap additives into polymers, and now we are on the way to find the real process without any additives. So it means reductions in the production of those components twice. Those is, it's feeling like not so pleasant. We're working how to make texturings of the mold that you can feel this as women's skin, and you put in your products in automotive. Solar cells, metallic interconnections, very precise and very fast texturings on the large surfaces for different applications, printing, embossing, including the stitching of this, and of course also going, because a laser beam is quite expensive. There is some also fundamental work, how to control everything and how to optimize process to use every photon for useful job, not to go to some thermal effects that affects your quality. Going to this impact, those three examples, companies, SMEs, our suppliers, move to new facilities. What it means? Production of those companies increasing. We cannot say that 100% of this increase comes from Apollo directly, but it shows that those companies are healthy and they can do more business, including those devices accessing our project. There is a spin-off company coming from a university. This is our one of our research team that for deploying this technology that they developed. And okay, I skip this one. And going to what we are. Really, we are application labs working with the laboratories. For me, it's unusual to say we are competence center, but we are application labs in different countries across Europe, mainly north, east, south directions, so not west concentrated area. And we're working with SMEs that are suppliers and small integrators, and we connect them to end users or large integrated factory size integrators. In our approach to making assessment value chain, so agreed on assessment procedures, test equipment, test this equipment in the process that it was selected by end users. And finally, we go that we should validate the process when we combine different equipment into one process for end users requirements going to their production line. And we have partners from 11 countries, 36 partners, only 6 of them are research centers. Other companies that supply or are like end users. Lashare is a quite similar approach, but they're more concentrated on competence centers that can do all this assessment. In our case, we go that we are research laboratories, and now we are connected into virtual hub. Apollo Hub is a virtual hub of those 5 entities that some of that are large, like mine departments is 60 people. There are other less than 10 people, but they are connected with complementary expertise, complementary infrastructure, and now until we're running Apollo project, we have also equipment pool that we can share between us coming from our suppliers, and we can do more faster our service. And what you saw yesterday in the case of nanotipos, it's really our new experiments, open call procedure they finished in March, and what they showed yesterday, really in a few months we achieved some good results for them, helping them with the laser to make texturings of the mold, because everything was prepared for their applications. So really, that's all. It's our vision or laser-based project on the IFOMS. It's good approach. It helps us to increase visibility. And in my personal case, in my department case, I see laser companies coming to our unknown country to unknown institute and discussing how we can help them. And even large companies coming to our department to ask for the service. Again, coming back to the mobile phones. And Ulrich said about Apples. Now we're working on Apple's 12 technologies using our services. So, thank you.